hush falls over the press conference room in Manila. Cameras flash. Reporters lean forward, their recorders poised to capture every syllable. The air is thick with anticipation. Just days ago, Eala was doing the unthinkable, standing on the hallowed grass of center court at Wimbledon, staring down the defending champion Iga Swiatek and delivering the performance of a lifetime. The tennis world was still reeling. But now, the 21-year-old phenomenon from the Philippines is back on home soil, and she's about to shift the narrative entirely. For months, speculation has swirled around the young phenom. Would she continue her assault on the Grand Slams? Would she prioritize the grueling demands of the WTA Tour? Or would her heart pull her in a different direction? Today, all of those questions were answered. But before we reveal the stunning announcement that has the sports world buzzing, we have to set the stage. To understand what she just said, we must understand where she's coming from. This isn't just a press conference. This is the next chapter in the most exciting story in Philippine sports history. A story of a little girl who dared to dream. A story of a nation that has watched her grow. And now, a story of a homecoming that could redefine her legacy forever. To fully comprehend the gravity of Eala's announcement today, we must first revisit the seismic event that brought her to this moment, her historic run at Wimbledon 2026. Just weeks ago, Eala did the impossible. She stepped onto the pristine grass of the All England Club not just as a participant, but as a gladiator. She became the first Filipino in the Open era to reach the fourth round of a Grand Slam singles tournament. The run was nothing short of a cinematic masterpiece. The run wasn't just about winning, it was about whom she defeated. In the third round, she faced the defending champion and world-class powerhouse, Iga Swiatek. On the biggest stage in tennis, the pressure was immense. Yet, Eala displayed a composure that belied her 21 years. She took the battle to Swiatek, saving 8 of 11 break points and hitting 24 winners to overcome the 6-time major champion in a breathtaking display of grit and precision. Swiatek, gracious in defeat, noted that Eala was simply more brave in important moments. This victory wasn't merely a win, it was a statement. The impact resonated far beyond the tennis court. It was a moment of national pride. The Philippines, a nation known for its passion for boxing and basketball, suddenly found a new hero in a tennis player. The nation watched with bated breath, and the celebrations erupted from the streets of Manila to the homes of overseas Filipino workers around the globe. President Ferdinand Marcos Jr. honored her with a hero's welcome at Malacanang Palace, bestowing a presidential citation that recognized her as a beacon of inspiration for the next generation of athletes. This wasn't just her victory anymore, it was the nation's victory. The journey, however, was far from over. The victory in London was a crescendo, and it set the stage for the pivotal decision she would have to make about her future. In the wake of her Wimbledon heroics, Eala returned to the Philippines not just as a tennis star, but as a national icon. The Eala mania was palpable. She was mobbed by fans, featured in endless news cycles, and celebrated as a symbol of Filipino resilience and excellence. During her whirlwind homecoming, hosted by BPI, the questions from the press and the public were relentless. There was a palpable tension in the air, a silent question on everyone's lips. After reaching the pinnacle of tennis at Wimbledon, what comes next? The speculation was fueled by her recent rise in the WTA rankings, reaching world number 28 after her Wimbledon success. She had already reached a WTA Tour final and won titles. The world was her oyster. Fans and pundits debated her future fiercely. Some argued that she was ready to focus entirely on the WTA Tour, to chase the ultimate glory of a Grand Slam title. Others, however, felt a deep-rooted connection to her national identity. They yearned to see her represent the Philippines on the Asian stage, to bring glory to the flag that she had already raised so high. The Philippines has a long history of athletes serving as symbols of national pride, and Eala had been inducted into that pantheon. Social media was flooded with calls for her to compete in the Asian Games. It was a classic dilemma of individual ambition versus national duty. This was the context the thrumming heartbeat of the nation that was waiting for her response. And then the moment arrived. The press conference was set, the cameras were rolling, and the tennis prodigy took her seat at the table. The excitement was electric. The Manila Times captured the anticipation. Filipino tennis ace Alexandra, Alex, Eala plans to compete at the Asian Games anew in Japan this September, targeting no less than a gold medal finish. This was the bombshell. When asked about her plans for the 2026 Asian Games in Nagoya, Eala, with the same steely confidence that won her match against Swiatek, confirmed her intentions. With a resolute smile, she proclaimed, "Asian Games is in my plans." The room erupted, but it was her response to a follow-up question about her ambition that truly sealed the deal. When a reporter asked if she was aiming for the gold, she laughed and replied with a mixture of wit and fierce determination, "You think I'm going for first round? Am I going to? Yes, I'm going for gold." The quote was a perfect encapsulation of her personality, a fighter who never settles for second best. She elaborated on her decision, providing a deeply personal and compelling reason. It wasn't just about medals. It was about connection. "It's always an honor," Eala said, explaining the unique charm of playing for her country. She contrasted the feeling of the WTA Tour with the camaraderie of representing the Philippines, noting, "It brings a different vibe than when I compete in the WTA Tour. I always enjoy, especially when I have teammates, when I have Pinoy teammates." This desire for shared experience and the collective pride of her nation was the driving force behind her decision. Eala was not just chasing glory for herself. She was chasing it for every Filipino who had cheered her on. The announcement is made, but what does it mean? This is not merely a scheduling decision. It is a defining moment in Eala's career. By choosing to compete in the Asian Games this September in Japan, she is actively weaving her legacy into the fabric of Philippine sports history. She already holds a bronze medal from the 2022 Asian Games in Hangzhou, where she showcased her talent on the continental stage. Now, she is returning with the singular goal of ascending to the highest step on the podium. Her previous success in the SEA Games, ending the country's 26-year gold medal drought in women's singles, has already proven her ability to deliver under immense pressure for her nation. The path to gold in Nagoya, however, is not a mere formality. Eala will be competing at the highest level against Asia's best, all while managing a grueling WTA Tour schedule. She has set her sights on the Wimbledon DC Open and the WTA 1000 events before the Asian Games. This suggests a strategic approach. She plans to use the North American hardcourt swing to sharpen her skills before committing to the Asian Games. Her fierce determination is evident. "I'm super motivated," she said, "and I'm going to give it my best." This is a player who thrives on challenges. Ultimately, Eala's decision is a masterstroke of brand and legacy building. By prioritizing the Asian Games, she cements her status not just as a global tennis star, but as a beloved national treasure. She chooses to be the hero that the Philippines needs, a role model for young girls who look up to her as the girl with ruffled socks and chubby cheeks who dared to dream big. This is the moment her career transforms from a series of impressive individual accolades to a journey of national unification. The stunning announcement was simple, yet profound. Eala is coming home to chase history for her country. And that, perhaps, is the most powerful move of all.